Hi, welcome to My Mini Addiction and happy 2023. If you're new to my channel, I make and paint miniatures and terrain for tabletop RPGs. And in 2022, I started making a painting vlog where on January 1st, I went through and videoed, I opened up my drawers and kind of showed my collections of unpainted minis. I've got them in the cabinets behind me. I kind of have them all over the place. And then throughout the entire year, I went through each week and showed the minis that I had painted. And for 2022, I ended up painting 1,068 minis over the course of the year, which just blew my mind. I didn't think I would paint that many, but because I'm making these videos, I wanted to, show, hey, this is what I, have been doing. And I'm going to do it again this year. So here it is, beginning of 2023. I'm going to do a quick little, peek through my cabinets and drawers, and, so you could kind of look at what I have. I have just over 1,800 unpainted minis or minis that are incomplete. Like I started painting and then just haven't finished. So I got about 1,800 of them and they're just kind of all over the place. So I'll just kind of show quick little videos of me opening drawers and cabinets so then you can kind of get a look at what I have. I do have some specific goals I want to do for this year. So in addition to, making a dent in all of my unpainted minis, I also have some other projects. I've been doing this, I'm calling it Making a Fantasy City. So these are buildings that I've been 3D printing and then painting. And I have been, kind of doing some time-lapse video of the painting of these buildings. So I want to complete that collection and then put the whole city together. So that's one thing I want to get done this year. And if I do finish that, then I'm going to move on to another huge project like that. That's going to be something that's 3D printed and painted. I have a handful of options that I want to, go with for the future. Another thing, if you watched my videos last year, we had been 3D printing the Giant Orcus by Archvillain Games, and I was so excited to be putting this together. And oh gosh, I think it was like April, May or something when we started making all the parts. I have all the pieces, but in the process of we were making it out of resin, we actually changed which resin printer that we were printing on. So same model, but they just, we got better quality prints later on. And some of the stuff just doesn't fit together as easily as I would have liked. So I have to do a little bit of tweaking on that, and it was taking a lot of time. So that's where I kind of set that project off to the side. But I have all the parts, and so I would like to get Orcus finished this year. Another project started in the fall is I had this huge cabinet that my daughter and I were turning into a big diorama. So we were going to have a bunch of it had like Underdark, and so we were making some caverns. We started putting foam shelves in there and things, and we were starting to build that, and we were doing some filming on it, and we had to put it on hold. My daughter broke her arm, and so I was waiting for her to get all healed up before we start again. So the two of us will be working on that. So that's another big project that I have in mind for that. Now, most of these things I'm going to be putting updates on YouTube. More details on a lot of these projects will actually be on my Patreon, so that link is in the description. And so anyway, let's take a look at my unpainted mini collection so you can just kind of get an idea of the work I have ahead of me for this year. And I encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you want to see what I end up painting this year. I not only show what I paint, but also new minis that are added. So when we buy new games, or when we 3D print things, or just go to the game shop and just buy a bunch of minis. So that way you could kind of see my collection. I have an addiction. I love minis and love to paint them, collect them, and play games with them. So let's take a look at what I've got for the beginning of 2023, and then we'll see a year from now what I ended up doing.